So, what is it? What's the one thing that truly separates the top students from everybody else? Well, it's actually a really simple but powerful shift in how you approach studying. And today, we're going to break it all down.
Okay, be honest. Does this sound familiar? You put in the hours, you're at your desk, you're reading the chapters over and over, but then the test comes and the grade just doesn't show all that effort. It is so frustrating, right? And trust me, you are not alone in feeling that way.
But here's the thing that might surprise you. The problem usually isn't about how smart you are or your ability to learn the material. It's actually something way more fundamental, something most of us just completely miss.
The real culprit? It's the lack of direction. It's that simple act of just sitting down to study with no clear, defined goal for what you're trying to do. This is probably the single biggest thing holding so many people back. This quote just hits the nail on the head. I mean, think about it. You're burning gas, the engine's running, the wheels are spinning, but you're essentially just driving in circles. You feel busy, you might even feel productive, but you're not actually making any real progress toward a specific place. So, how do we fix this? How do we start driving with a destination plugged into the GPS? Well, top students have figured out this one simple little shift in their approach that really changes everything. And first things first, let's just bust a huge myth right now. The secret is not about cramming more hours into your day. It's not about all-nighters or giving up your entire social life. Nope. In fact, it's pretty much the exact opposite. That is the key. It's all about efficiency over just sheer time. It's about making the hours you do put in count for so much more. It's about being intentional, being strategic with your time and your mental energy. Excellent question. Because study smarter sounds great, but what does that actually look like when you sit down at your desk? How do you go from just being busy to actually being productive? Well, it all boils down to one simple habit. This is it. This is the whole shebang, the one habit. It's not complicated, it's not some expensive course. It's just a tiny change in how you start every single study session. Instead of having some vague idea, you give yourself a concrete mission. I mean, just look at the difference here. On the one side, you've got study math. What does that even mean? Where do you start? When do you stop? It's totally undefined. But on the other side, finish Chapter 5 math problems. That is crystal clear. You know exactly what you need to do, and you know exactly when you're done. You can literally break it down into 3 easy steps. First, just pick your subject. Math, history, science, you name it. Second, define a specific task, something like answer the 10 review questions or write a 1-page summary of the first 2 sections. And third, and this is crucial, that task needs to have a clear finish line, so you know without a doubt when you've actually accomplished your goal. And here's why this works so well. When your brain has a very specific target, it can filter out all the other noise and just channel its energy into hitting that target. A vague goal? Well, that just leads to a wandering mind. But a clear goal? That leads to laser focus. And look at that, we're right back to our driving analogy. This little habit is the difference between just getting in the car and driving around with no destination versus plugging a specific address into your phone. One is just aimless movement. The other is focused progress. So this is the ultimate takeaway here. Start doing this before every single study session. Plan your task, do the task, and then you're done. You can move on. If you do this consistently, you won't just feel more in control of your time, you'll actually see it reflected in your results. So I'm going to leave you with this question to really think about. Don't just plan to study later today. Decide right now. What is the single, specific, and achievable task you are going to complete the very next time you sit down to work? Define it, write it down, and you're already halfway to getting it done.